Hello, I'm Kenneth Yorke,
I'm Irving.
and this is our game we developed for university using Phaser 3. It's called Sleepless Nights, and it's about three young children who team up to fight the monsters that are keeping them awake at night. When you start the game, you're taken to the main menu. From here there are three options. There's single player, multiplayer, and the credits. Let's start a new single player game.
Thanks again for inviting
When
me.
you start the single player, you're taken to an intro scene, which explains the story in greater detail. You can press space to progress to the next dialogue box at any time, and you can also press Z to skip. The story is basically quite simple. It's that Harry, the smart kid, has invented a machine which will turn your thoughts into a reality. Unfortunately, his little sister Zoe is terrified of monsters. She keeps thinking about them, and she manages to overload the machine and bring them to life. The machine's now no longer working, and you need to get to the backup generator at the end of the level to shut it down and stop the monsters.
No, stop thinking about that, you two. You're going to overload it. You idiots. My machine is not responding. It's bringing
So,
the
as you can see, I voiced Tom, and Kirstin voiced Zoe. And for Harry, we just used Microsoft George text-to-speech.
Eek! There's monsters outside
So you
beside
probably
that
just skip
thing.
the rest now, and
So when you do get to the next stage, it is the how to play screen, which shows you the movement controls, attack controls, and key points such as the ability to collect health and ammo packs, which you'll see throughout the level, enemies you'll see throughout the level, and your final goal, which is to reach the generator. And of course here it tells you if you're defeated, you lose a life, and you only have 3 lives per attempt. So I guess we'll start playing now. We will pick Tom as our character.
when you start the level, you're in the bedroom, Harry's bedroom, as you can see by all the kind of sciencey stuff on the walls. You can see a periodic table, you can see Einstein's poster. And you even see Tom's sleeping bag, because obviously they're having a sleepover at the story. So then the goal of the game is just to make your way to the end to shut down the generator.
So there's 2 types of enemies throughout the level, well, types of basic enemies. These teddy bears, which attack you with melee, so they have to get up close to deal damage. These clowns, which shoot bullets at you, so they can stay for a bit further away from you. And of course finally there's a boss enemy, which we'll get to. The environment first starts off in a bedroom. It's designed to be kind of looking like a kind of basic house, but kind of a bit more spooky. Bedrooms designed to look like the player characters were, sleeping in them depending on their character style, etc. As we move through the level, we can see there's various gatherings of enemies which you've got to defeat. For example, we're in the living room. There's different types of enemies. It gets a little harder as you go through, but you can replenish your health and ammo with your with the drops that they give you for. Finally, we reach the garden, where there is a boss enemy. He has 2 attacks. He has a tougher melee attack and a 4-way ranged attack. So you've got to use the environment somewhat to dodge his attacks, also seeing if you can get your own hits in. Of course, he has lots more health than a regular enemy. Once he's defeated, this fence unlocks over here, so that allows you access to the generator. When you reach that, you finally complete the game.
It takes you to a sort of win screen, so you can just press continue to go to the credits now. As you can see, the credits sort of scroll down and they'll tell you which assets we used, who did what in the game. You can also press space to skip the credits at any time if you need to. So skip the credits and we'll start a new multiplayer game now.
Thanks again.
Of course we can skip the intro because it's just the same as the single player intro. You see the how to play screen slightly different. We've got both players now with their controls. It also tells you that you share lives in multiplayer. So if one teammate dies, then you both lose a life, and you only have 3 lives between you to save the day, to stop the generator. So we'll play the game.
And this time we'll select the 2 characters we didn't play last time, Zoe and Harry, I think. So this might be a little tricky because of course I have to control both of them with my own keyboard, but You may have noticed there's sort of a vignette effect around the
around the world where it's sort of like there's like a light shining on just the player characters. This was to kind of add to the spooky atmosphere of the game, that you're unaware of what's in the dark. You know, you don't know what's going to be lurking around the corner. You can also pause the game at any time by pressing the P button. And this sort of teaches you, I think, where you could quit the menu or you could resume the game, which we'll just resume. You'll see that Zoe's ammo and Harry's ammo is running out, but of course the enemies also drop ammo packs, which you can pick up as these characters to replenish your ammo. When you die, you see we both lost a life, we've both been reset to 100% health. The health is represented by the chocolate bars up at the top corners. And as you see, as you start to take damage, the health, the chocolate starts to kind of go down. You also notice that there are some changes within the music as well. When you pause the game, for instance, the music changes to a different kind of music theme, and it changes when you go to the main menu. So now that we've lost all our lives, we're taken to the game over screen. It's a sort of spooky, dark image where the characters are seemingly defeated, and we can click continue to return to the menu if we want to play again.
So that is so far the 2 game modes that we have so far, single player, multiplayer. Thanks for watching.
I think it turned out really well, honestly. I mean, there was of course some features that we wanted to do that didn't quite make it into the final version. I mean, we were going to have a special ability, for instance, where, you know, maybe they would have like rapid fire ammo, or, you know, they would be able to temporarily provide a shield around your character. There was also going to be like a secret unlockable character you could get after progressing in the game, and I think if we had maybe a bit more time we would have been able to get these things in, but within the time we had, I think we did the best thing we could possibly have done. So yes, thank you very much for watching the gameplay video, we really hope you enjoyed it.